Well, there's another big news coming in from India. In fact, India is wearing the crown at the G20. There's been a 7% potential projection for the GDP growth in the year 2024, which means India is much ahead of many other G20 countries. If you look at the huge list which has been put up, India is far ahead of countries like Indonesia, there's Russia, China, America, France, the European Union as well. I'm just rattling off some of the figures. This is the growth potential which has been put forward as far as the projections for the 2024 GDP growth rate and percentage is concerned. We have been reporting on how there has been a green shooting of the Indian economy, especially in the post-COVID area where many of even some of the advanced countries faced a huge setback. Either the manufacturing sector had slowed down or those who were heavily dependent on tourism had to face the brunt of a huge fall as far as tourism goes. Ancillary industries, all of them were receiving a setback. So there are a couple of factors which are now contributing to this projected GDP growth of 7%. One, of course, is that a spurt in the manufacturing sector. Automobile sector is also one big factor. More and more people are buying cars. It was noticed especially during the Diwali Navratra period because of the prolonged festive period. There was a large number of sales which were projected as far as some of the car models are concerned, and that was actually in the sedan as well as the SUV range, which means people were opting not for the basic but they were also opting for luxury or semi-luxury segments of automobiles. A lot of this sale actually came in from the middle class as well, some in smaller towns, which is actually a huge achievement given the fact that they often become the benchmarks. It's how much the middle class is willing to spend. And associated with this is the fact that the income tax which has been paid out, or the personal tax, that figure for those who are earning less than or up to 5 lakhs has also reduced, which means that people, because of the tax structure, transparency, many of them are not having to pay that high tax, also largely because of the government's tax saving schemes. And therefore, when you don't have to pay that much of tax, you save money, and when you save money, you certainly want to spend money. Apart from this, beyond 5 lakhs, there are people who are paying an increased amount of personal tax. That is because they are either earning more or because of the government's online transparent system of tax collection. That also has a deep impact on the earnings of the government. So a growth in the manufacturing sector, the sales in the automobile sector, and also coupled with this is the fact that there has been a sharp fall in the import bill of the government. In that sense, especially in the manufacturing sector, that is what we have been reporting about. You know, for example, Apple, Havells, Samsung, this is where they have seen a fall as far as imports in the manufacturing inputs are concerned. That's again important because it brings down your import bills, which means more money in your reserves. These are any core factors which are contributing to India's GDP growth. Many who often label India as a backward or a third world or developing country would actually now have to do a rethink because it is a crown of the G20 which India now is wearing.